I'm going to show you how to make a tassel using our Stephen and Penelope pom-pom and tassel maker. I'm going to add a tassel to each corner of my new shawl. So I took the leftover yarn and divided it into 2 balls so we have enough for each tassel. And take the tail of yarn for the first tassel and put it through the notch on the wood and then start wrapping. I'm going to wrap until I almost run out of yarn to make a nice big tassel. I've finished wrapping the yarn around the tassel maker and leave a tail of yarn about 2 arm lengths long. So you have a really long tail of yarn, and we're going to use that long tail to wrap the yarn around the base right below that top piece of wood. Wrap the yarn around and pull it really tight. And we're going to work our way down with these wraps, wrapping for about 1 inch or 2 centimeters from here to here. Once you're done wrapping about 1 inch or 2 centimeters, give it a couple more wraps to bring the yarn up to the top again. So the yarn is at the top here, and then we're going to need a spare tail of yarn. I cut a long tail of yarn and thread that onto a tapestry needle. So we're going to slide the tassel off of the tassel maker, but put that tapestry needle and that tail of yarn through the top loop. So as you slide it off, you secure that top little loop of yarn onto the spare yarn. This is what's going to attach to your shawl. And then you can take that wrap. Make sure you grab the tail from the wrap, put that on a tapestry needle, and we're going to poke the strand of yarn that you were using to wrap. We're going to poke that down through the center of the wrapped bit. And if it gets a little tight, you can use the tassel maker to push the needle down. And then pull it nice and tight, and that should secure the loop. When we slid the yarn off of the tassel maker and put that little strand of yarn through the little loop, this is what we're going to use to attach to the corner. So go ahead and place one of those tails of yarn onto your tapestry needle and poke it through the corner of your shawl where you want the tassel to go. And then we're just going to tie a nice little knot to secure the tassel to the shawl. And there we have it. So all you have to do now is trim the yarn, and you can either weave the yarn into the shawl and then trim it, or you can poke this yarn through the base of that tassel wrap and just thread it down and trim it. And finally, we can trim those big loops too of our tassel. So cut all of the loops, and you can trim it shorter if you want. Give it a little haircut. And add as many tassels as you want to your Westknits shawls.